Hi, it's Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do a review on a tank that's going to be coming out in the next Battle Pass special chapter. It's going to be released later this month. The tank is a Polish heavy tank, Tier 8 premium tank, and it's called the 56TP. So we'll do a quick review of its characteristics. And then we'll compare it to some of its competitors, both premium and standard tanks, and then we'll try and get some gameplay in at the end. Alright, so what are we looking at? Okay, we've got a 122mm gun, average damage is 390, standard round is 221 pen, and the base DPM is 1638. Now we've put a crew in it. This is a demo account, so we've got crews with all the skills, so it sort of bumps it up, but the base DPM, just for comparison, 1683, but here we've got it at just over 2k, so we're sort of in the acceptable level here, but it's running good crew with a rammer and vents and food, so it does sort of change it a bit there, but yeah, decent alpha there and reasonable pen. What can we say that makes it slightly special? 9 degrees of gun depression, that's not too bad. And then aiming time is, even without changes, under 2 seconds, so that's pretty good. Dispersion getting down to 0.3, it's also pretty good. We've been able to mount vert stabs on this, so it's got vert stabs available, so if it's available, you mount them. So that's what we've done here, so that'll improve its ability in terms of moving targets. And it's also reasonably mobile. It's got 1000 horsepower with 57 tons roughly, so it's good power to weight ratio for a heavy tank, 40k top speed. So I haven't looked at putting a turbo on it, and we've got 1450 hit points. So that's sort of probably the key characteristics. So looking at mobility, armor, it is a breakthrough heavy tank, so we'll look at the armor and do that in comparison. But otherwise, yeah, pretty chunky looking heavy tank. Alright, what we'll do now is we'll switch to tanks.gg and just do a quick comparison. So let's go and do that. So we're comparing it against the other Polish heavy tank at this tier, the 50TP prototype, the Skod T56 and the Tech Tree Tier 8 Polish heavy tank, which is the 53TP. So this is all based on standard characteristics, so let's go through that quickly. So here you can see, yeah, there's the base DPM 1683, and it is below the other tanks, so quite substantially compared to the other two, but you know, close to 300 in the case of the 50TP, and just a little over that for the other ones, particularly the 53TP. Now pen is not bad, so 221 is better than most of them. And even the standard, the premium round, that runs APCR, it's got 252 from memory, and 245 is for the Skod T56 and the 53TP. So it's actually got a bit of an edge in terms of premium round. I think the shell velocity on the APCR is also about 1300, and this base one is about 1000. So quite reasonable there. Alpha, there you go, is the lesser of the three at 390, but it's still pretty reasonable. Rate of fire related to the reload time, so you can see that 13.9 is the slowest of all of them, although the Skod T56 course is a 2-shot autoloader, so it's got 2 shots coming out with 23 or 24 seconds and another 3.5 seconds, so that gives it its extra DPM. Of course, 460 alpha is the highest of the group. Here we go. 122 caliber, we talked about this, your shell velocity, and can carry 35 rounds, so you could do a mix of, you know, 15 plus 5. The HE shell, I think it's got standard pen of 65, so it's not unreasonable, and alpha goes up to about 530. Alright, so this, your aim time is better than all three, so the gun is going to be more mobile. It's better in terms of dispersion, particularly on the move, and again we can add vert stabs here, so the difference is the 53 TP is slightly better, but I haven't checked the 53 TP to see whether you can advert stabs. What have we got? Bloom on firing is actually just as bad as the others apart from the 53 TP. And gun depression, the 50 TP is actually one extra, but it's better than the Skoda and the 53 TP. So you can see the forward speed, also the best of them all, same as the 53, the tech tree version, and performance over speed over soft and medium ground also the best. There, reverse speed just a little bit slower, and you can see the engine power coming out. The weights are fairly similar, so it's got the best power to weight ratio, and terrain resistance also pretty good. Same actually as the 50 TP, and worse than the other two, although it comes out not so bad compared to the Skoda on soft ground. Turret traverse also pretty reasonable, better than the others, and tank traverse also good. So it's something going to get the overall impact that it's more sort of maneuverable tank than the other two. So let's look at armor. This is probably where we're going to see some differences here. So 80 on the front compared to the 50 TP of 170. So you're probably not going to be able to sit in front of the enemy like the 50 TP can. Side armor on the hull, 80 also worse apart from the Skoda, and worse than the 53 TP. So yes, you're going to have to think about your armor placement there. Turret armor 200 is reasonable, but here we are looking at it slightly worse than the other three. And the rear of the turrets also, well, the soft one, that's fair enough. 150 other sides is not too bad. Overall health 1450, they're all within 50 hit points of each other, so there's not too much to say about that. And then we get down into camo. Yep, shouldn't argue about that with a heavy tank. And view range 380 actually is reasonable and is better than the 53 TP in the Skoda by 10 meters. So overall, we're looking pretty good there. I think it's in good company. I think the main thing that's going to let it down is the rate of fire, but again, you can treat that with crew and equipment, but that so it's still going to have that deficit compared to the others. But compared to the tech tree tank, not too bad. One other thing to say about is the crew roles. So it has exactly the same crew positions as the 53 TP, so 4-man crew with the commander being the radio operator, so completely transferable skills across from your 53 TP, and that means it's going to be a decent crew trainer in terms of Polish heavy tanks. So that's definitely a bonus there that you don't want to not have that capability if you get what I mean. All right, so that's it from a comparison perspective. Let's see if we can pull some gameplay in. All right, so we're on the Malinovka map and we're going to go up the hill. Alright, doesn't feel too bad. Picks up speed reasonably well. We'll see how it goes up the hill though. Now, at this point, I just had to check that the replays were turned on because on a test account sometimes they get reset. So now taking back control of the tank. But we're slow going up. We were at the back of the pack, so we're going to probably get to the hill last, I would say. Anyway, we're going to take the wide line. They've got quite a few medium tanks and 2 ELC even 90s, so there's the Barask. Just look at him. We just had a shot, but yeah, decided too slow, I guess. Alright, let's keep pushing on. Barask's already taken a hit. So we can see an FCM 50T's been spotted at the base of the hill. Astron Rex down below, T-77. So some of the heavy tanks. So it's an all tier 8 battle, by the way, so there's a lot of complaints about matchmaking, but this is probably pretty decent matchmaking. And we're just keeping the standard rounds in at the moment. Don't see any reason yet to use the premium rounds. Right, there's the FCM, looks like he started going up the hill. And again, we're just sort of keeping to the red line a bit, don't want to take any side shots, but we haven't been spotted yet, although that might change. Yeah, well, there's an Estron-Rex, alright, let's see if we can put a shot into him. We do. And we'll just back off while we're reloading. Can we get another shot in? No, too late, but we do pick up a little bit of assistant damage there. It was the Barask down there, but don't have a shot there, so we're just going to get back to under the hill. One of the Barask has decided to come right up and try and spot at the Lorraine 40T here, I think. Proxy spotting. Sort of suggests that they got some guns behind, but in any case, we're now facing up to Basante C45 and a BZ176. Now that could be a tough tank to deal with, the BZ. When I head on, don't want to meet it head on, I was just trying to say. Let's see what we can get in our gun now. We've got 9 degrees gun depression, so can we get a shot on this Basante? Just don't want to go too far up, expose ourselves. We can't even see the top of his turret at the moment. This T-77 has come up here. We go for a cupola shot, which may not be there, but it suggests that that shell didn't even land, but looks like we had a shot on the BZ. So if he's going to back up like that, I'm sure we can go through his front sprocket if we get the opportunity. So he might try and get a shot on the T-32. Yep. Go through, don't go through the sprocket, unfortunately, don't track him, but get a nice shot in. And we don't get another shot, he gets sent back to the garage. And we've got a object 252U. We're going to go looking down to try and fire on the turret, and he gets a shot in us while we're watching. Kills our gunner. That's not nice. But now he's pretty isolated. There is the Basante down there. Can we get a shot on him? Not yet, we can't. And there's a SU-130 down there. Shoot the roof. That's supposed to be the weak spot on the 252U, and we must have missed it. But I'll pay the price of not getting a shot on the SU-130 PM. He whacks us, so now we're down to a third of our health. So not quite single shot territory, but we're getting pretty close. So I'm not going to rush off the front of the hill here, and look. Now we've bounced around coming in. That might be the T-77, not clear. But we're not going to push any further here. Going to try and get some shots down below. There's that object 416. In fact, Barask takes out our T-32. And there's this U-130 PM. Don't want to hang over the hill and get a shot there, but he gets whittled down to 279 and taken out. So there goes that threat. There's still a Barask down there. We don't have a shot on, and the 416 has disappeared. But he was right on the edge of view range anyway, so probably not going to be spotting here. But yeah, we're just working with our view range of 380s. It's not bad for a heavy tank. It's actually getting into medium tank territory, but we've only got the radio operator skills to boost it, so we're not running any sort of optics or anything like that. So we're probably rolling around 400-ish view range. But, no one's spotting at the moment. Our ELC, well, lost one of them, and the other one is being a bit quiet. He's moving around, but I think he's watching out for the other enemy ELC, even 90. So at this point, it's just a bit too risky to go off the hill, at the front that is. So I'm going to go back a little bit, see if we can pick up the ELC. There you go, they're indicating the ELC's down in the, or where you last see them on the mini-map there. That's like a hollow that you can get to from the other side, and it's sort of this one on each side to balance it out. And see if we can get some shots down there. So is he down there? That's the question. Have we been spotted yet? Yes, we have. Alright, he's definitely down there. Where is he? Is he in the bush or is he down below? We can't see him, of course, because he's pretty camoed up. So put a blind shot in. And it's going to keep blind shotting this area. If I keep getting lit, that will say he's still there. It's on my mod pack. I'm not seeing the settings here, but I'm in the wrong account, so not sure what's going on there, but I can't see the health of the other tanks. Sweet, can we get them on the mini-map? Oh, we can, but only on our tanks, so we can't get it on the enemy tanks. Alright, so just continue to blind shoot. Not sure what going to get. There's the 416 has popped up. Can we get a shot on him? No, he's down below the terrain there, so no shot there. Just keep an eye on the ping. We are on the Hong Kong server. It's not bad ping for Hong Kong. Okay, there's the LC's been spotted. Can we get a shot on him? No, he's down in the fold, so nothing yet, but he's quite low in health. So 533. Not sure if we have shot him yet or not, but we'll find out at the end of the match. Here we go. We've got a shot. We've got a shot. We've got a shot. No, we missed. Could have got a kill there. Very annoying. He's on 285. This is going to be a bit of a drag here. 7 minutes to go though, so it's enough time to resolve this. And we are up a bit in terms of hit points and tanks. They've only got one heavy tank left, but they've still got 2 light tanks, so even if we get rid of this ELC, there's still another one that has been spotted for a little while. This is the one being the most annoying. And I think our ELC is just being passive to try and spot him out. So far we haven't got much damage done. We've only got 2 damaging shots, but that's really more this map, I think. So anyway, keep going, see what we can get. Oh, now he's down on 95, so he's very low on health. And our Brass complaining gets lit up. Oh, okay, well they've taken out their G-Saw in the middle of the map, so that's good. But it's not something we can just push on yet. Come on, come up, come up, come up. Yeah, you want to. There it is. Oh, not enough. And that doesn't connect either. Alright, take a deep breath. Concentrate. Just want to back up these other tanks here. 5.5 minutes to go. This could end up in a draw if we're not careful. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Oh, there we go. Get the kill. Alright, so not many hit points, but I'll take it. There's the Barask. Can we get a shot on him? Oh yeah, Daisy's there. Oh no, but yeah, we're just bad aiming there. Alright, so at this point, I'm not going to push down off the front of the hill. And we get spotted, that'll be the Barask, I would say. Or it could be other ELC, of course. Don't know where he is. Hasn't been spotted. Looks like our ELC has moved up. T-34-3. He's being pretty brave. He's crossing where the light tanks normally go. Looks like he's pushed the Barask and the Object 416 back, but is he in a safe position? That's the question. Alright, so I'm 2 minds here. Am I going to go down right down the south and help out the Basante and the Emil who've gone down there, but because they're not moving? No, I think it's a bit too far to go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cross back up, but get into the forest through here. Alright, so I've taken out a Brask, so we've got 6 tanks up, but we're not going to lose this game. The question is, how are we going to win it? Well, it goes our T-34-3. It's been taken out by the 416, so clearly got spotted a bit too hard. And I'm not going to hug the edge here. I'm going to head up to where the Lorraine 40T is, and we'll cross into the forest from up there. So quite a few tanks down outside my render range, so I'm not going to get shots on them. And there goes our ELC, so no more light tanks on our side, none on their side. And they've got 3 tanks left, so alright, time to finish the job. So you can see speed wise, now we're going uphill here, 27 k's. Yeah, maybe it's an idea, you might want to use a turbo in the end. But we pick up speed as we get on the flat. And what I want to get is the T77. So we don't know where the Barask is, or we do know roughly where he was in the 416. But the aim here is I want to try and spot out this T77, but I don't want to be crucified by the Barask at the same time. So we're just going to come up around this side, come as if we'd come off the front of the hill like we could have at the start, but might have been suicidal at the time. Let me go, oh, there's the Barask. Can we get that outline in it? We can. Just, oh, and we get the kill. Not many hit points, but that's alright, we'll take that. There's the 416. Alright, where's the T77? Oh, there he's in front. Can I get a shot on him? Oh, I'm pushing a dead tank, get out of the way. No, he gets taken out. Oh, but I get a nice amount of assisted damage there, so... Alright, let's go back and have a look at the details, because I might have got a blind shot in. Okay, we did get a blind shot, so because I think we had 894 in battle and we got 1261, so that means, yeah, we got a second shot in on that ELC, even 90. So not too bad there. We blocked one shot from the T77 and we got full whack from him in terms of spotting. So we didn't get a shot on him, but 1424. So that gives us what, 2.6k of combined damage. So we'll take that. That gave us a third class. And where do we finish in? Fourth place. So all right, not too bad for the first game out. I'll take that. Not fantastic result, but yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. So what can we say about the tank? Well, let's have a look at the expenses here. So we fired 14 shots in the end, 7 hits. So yep, we fired a few blind shots, a couple that we tried to hit that weren't blind shots, but we missed, and we ended up with 5 penetrations out of that. 67k for the battle. We got 90k for the actual missions being completed. So that gave us a 156. We ended up with a profit of 132. Didn't have to pay for ammunition. Maybe I haven't ticked the box to resupply. Oh no, that's because I took ammunition out. So yeah, so it was spare ammo. So there's no ammo cost for that one. Actually, only fired standard ammunition for that. So we made a profit of 132, but we still would have made a profit without the mission. So yeah, again, didn't cost us for ammo. So that's a bit misleading. But yeah, I think that would turn out to be a reasonably profitable game if we hadn't wasted so many shells. It would have saved us a bit of money. So all in all, satisfactory for the first run in the tank. What can we say about it then? Look, again, I don't trust the armor. I mean, the damage we took was all basically side shots, so just from inattention and just being in the wrong position, so probably. But yeah, I really didn't trust the armor to take us down the hill in front. It's pretty suicidal anyway. If you've got decent TDs in the forest, they're going to pick out your weak spots anyway, even if it's an unfamiliar tank. So it really wasn't worth the risk there. So I ended up, yeah, having to take a fairly roundabout way of getting to the battle, but nonetheless, it did pay off. We could have done a bit more. Could have done a bit more if we'd been on top of the hill first. Also, we might have got some more damage out of there. They didn't send that many tanks up there. So I guess from the opportunities, I think we made the most of it, and getting 2 kills was also satisfactory given some of the distances and the small targets that they were. So all in all, I'm happy with it. Now, what about the tank? How are you going to get it? So I don't have a lot of information, but I can tell you that, as we know, there has been a special chapter announced as part of the Battle Pass system. So that is coming up. There'll be an announcement coming out as this video gets released. So I can't read that now, so I can't tell you what's in it. But it will be a marathon of some sort. So you'll have to complete, I should say, tasks and earn, basically, damage targets or kills or whatever, experience targets, etc. That's the normal case for marathons. So I wish you luck in that. Again, I don't know what the structure of that is, so I can't really tell you a lot about it. But if the reward is the 56 TP and you're in the Polish heavy tank line, and you basically, you might have the 50 TP, but this is a decent tank to get, I would say, if you're crew training, earning credits, etc. So yeah, I'd say it's probably worth going for the marathon to get. Anyway, best of luck with that. we'll try and put out some content on the marathon when we get hold of that information itself. So expect that later in the week. But once again, thanks for watching the channel. Hopefully if you enjoyed this or you got some value out of it, please give the video a like, and we'll have more great content to follow. So thanks very much for watching.